I've been coming to this club for about 5 years now. It's my favorite thing about everything we do here is the fact that it's so inclusionary and how everybody helps out everybody else. But one of the newest things we've started participating in is an all-female girls tournament where we have a judo tournament and it's all just women fighting each other. And I remember my dad coming up to me and saying, "Danielle, how would you feel about us starting this new kind of tournament?" And I said, "Where do I sign up for this? This is the greatest idea ever." And I just love the whole thing because you don't see that with most anything. I mean, you see women's softball, women's golf, but women's judo, women's self-defense, that's something so cool and beautiful. And it doesn't only teach self-defense, but it teaches how to be yourself and how to have confidence and being beautiful in maybe ways people don't normally see as beauty. And I don't know, I think that's something just really awesome about our club in general, but also judo in general.
My husband is a sensei here. We have 2 daughters who attend here, a 7-year-old and a 6-year-old. They have both been coming here for about 1.5 years and absolutely love it. And then our 19-year-old son started about 1 year ago when he's not doing wrestling. And so it's a family event now. Last year was the first one, and one of the big things that we did besides it being all female, which was a huge empowerment, it's when you have everything being done by females, for the females that were there for the women. And not only that, it gives you an opportunity to explain to your daughters about something as big of a deal as breast cancer, and you get to show them, you know, these women who have survived. And unfortunately, there's women who have passed fighting this. And so being able to explain this disease to your daughters and making them aware, and not only just your daughters, but all the women that were here, and to have the women come in and see, it's amazing because you get to see my younger girls got to see the older girls compete against other girls, and to see how tough a girl really can be. That was a great experience for all the kids there. And not only that, but then the best thing one of the best things they did as part of it was that the trophies from last year were dedicated to women who had passed from fighting breast cancer and women who had survived breast cancer. My youngest daughter actually won a trophy, which is one of the ones that we dedicated to a family friend who survived breast cancer. So it was great to have her win that trophy and to have earned that one, and it had a family member's name on it.
One thing we push for at Riverside Youth Judo Club is community service. So we realize that a lot of tournaments are run for the club themselves to help raise money for the club, which is very important. We're in a position where we're able to actually give back a little bit to our community, so we thought it was very important to try to have a tournament that's specifically focused on an issue, in this case breast and ovarian cancer, and you know how prolific of a disease it is, how many folks it affects. So we thought it would be neat to be able to have a tournament, have it all female competitors, the boys come out, help out, support, and just basically have a very unique tournament, something that's not done anywhere else, and then be able to give all the money that we raise to our breast cancer charity.
I thought it was a great idea because judo, you don't see women's tournament. In fact, you don't see women in judo practically as much as you see us here. In most judo clubs, maybe 20% of women you'll see anywhere. And the fact that we have an all-female tournament, it really shows how we're really trying to be inclusionary of all kinds of people, not just special needs, but also gender oriented. And that's cool because in a time like this, we really need inclusion and showing togetherness.
A lot of the other dojos sent their females to come and compete. And just to see all these women just support and for such a great cause. You know, we were able to donate, I believe it was $5,000 to one of the breast cancer foundations to help out with this. And that was all raised by women going to compete against women to empower other women. it's a great experience.
One of the really great byproducts, positive byproducts of this tournament is that we get our female competitors out there, only our female competitors. We have our little ones, a lot of them, it may be their very, very first tournament, and they'll be able to compete and pool against kids of their own skill level, their own size, their own rank. We want them to have a very, very nice, positive day. Certainly, we want them to compete, but we also want them to have a good day in a very supportive environment. We want our young ladies to be empowered. We want them to know that they could go out and make a difference, whether it's at a judo tournament like this, in the workforce, at school, whatever it is. It's all about empowerment, and we want them to know that they're so important to us, and that's why we're holding a tournament specifically for them.
Last year in particular, with that being our first year, it was really scary because my dad has to make everything perfect, and so he's running around going, Danielle, is this okay? Danielle, is this okay? And I'm like, yes, Dad, it's perfect. You're doing great, honey. We're good. We're gonna be okay. And everyone's enjoying it, and all of the medals were meant for people with, they were dedicated to people who had survived and or perished breast and ovarian cancer, and that was what we were raising money for. And so all the trophies had names of people who survived and also who had passed from this disease. And I remember getting my trophy, and the whole tournament I was just really excited, and I was like, oh, this is really cool because I got my choir to sing in front of everybody, and a lot of people were like, wow, this is a great tournament, it's so well run. It was at my school, which was cool. And I remember getting my trophy, and it had the name of one of my dad's friends who he worked with, Vivian. I don't remember her last name, Vivian Tate, I think. And I remember my dad coming up to me and saying, take care of her, this trophy really means a lot to me. And I said, I will take good care of this trophy because it's the legacy of someone. And yeah, that was really cool to me.
This year's going to be even better. It's our second year, so we could put out the kinks a little bit, but anytime where you can have a lot of women come and have fun and fight and again show this empowerment, show the strength that a woman has, because we are very strong, is exactly what it is. And to be able to show two daughters how strong women are and how strong women can be when they overcome these things. You know, we have survivors that came. We actually had several survivors that came last year who are coming this year to see what is being done by other girls in strength and unity with other girls. So this year is going to be even better, and we're really excited.
The second annual 2017 Fight for the Cure All Women's Judo Tournament. It's a charity event. It'll be held on October 1st. Which is a Sunday, 2017, at Ramona High School in Riverside.
Judo is cool. We all like judo here. Yay. And no matter who you are, give it a shot. You never know what you might like. Even if it's not just judo, maybe it's helping somebody out. It really brings out the best in people. And I'm not eloquent.